Hello guys, welcome back to SAS Ltd Deals. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to our channel. I am back with another review and this time it is Exposure. So Exposure is a content management system that lets you design your content based on photos. Through this platform, you can upload your photos, you can showcase your photos, and along with that, you will also tell the stories behind each of these photos, which is a great feature. In simple words, Exposure lets you create a publication based on photos and you will tell different stories about these photos through your content. So these are some of the categories of content or publications that has been made by Exposure. So there are different categories such as travel stories, photography stories, sports stories. So let's open these travel stories and keep in mind all of these stories such as this one and then this one. So all of these are made by Exposure on the Exposure platform. So let's open this one, and as you can see, this is the title of the publication. So it is the world's deepest desert, and there is also a subtitle which is Wild Adventures in Dubai, and this is the name of the author. There is also the publishing date and the category. So then you can see the whole content. So these are the photos and this is the content that is based on these photos. So this is a pretty long content. As you can see, there are photos and there is also caption on the photos, and this is the stories behind these photos, and this whole content is, as you can see, based on the photos. So the author has written the stories behind these photos. So now let's have a look at some of the features of Exposure. So as you can see, on the platform you can upload unlimited photos. All of your images will be resized automatically. You can also embed your media from different platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and you can also format your text, which is going to complement your photos. You can even build an audience by creating a mailing list. The Exposure sites are super responsive. You can use your own custom domain name. You can also embed your stories. So a great news is Exposure is currently available on Appsumo as a lifetime deal, which means by paying only $39 you can get lifetime access to Exposure, and the regular pricing is $149, but on Appsumo you are saving $110, which is amazing. Exposure is an alternative to SmugMug, Squarespace and WordPress, and about the features of Exposure on the Appsumo deal are here. So you can embed unlimited videos, you can create unlimited stories and upload unlimited photos. There can be one admin user and there can be only one site that you can host, and these are the Appsumo deals that are available to purchase. So the license tier 1 costs $39 with 200 GB image bandwidth, and it is not per month, it is per year, which is really good. There is the license tier 2 with $79 of cost, and there are a lot of features in this package such as custom navigation bar, multiple account management, and so many other features. The license tier 3 costs $199 with 1500 GB of image bandwidth per year, and these are the features. So if you want to buy this Appsumo deal, make sure you check the link in the description. There are also subscription plans for the Exposure. So the monthly plan costs $99 for business, $29 for Pro Plus, and $14 for Pro. There is also a yearly plan with a very good value, and it costs $999 per year for business, $319 for Pro Plus, and $149 for Pro. Once you log into Exposure, you will get a dashboard like this, and from this start story or this start first story, you can start creating your first story or the publication that I showed you earlier. So let's click on it, and as you can see, now we are in the page of publication. So this is the editor. So from this editor, you can first start by giving a title to your story. So let's type one. So the title is going to be importance of taking time for yourself, and then I have to add a subtitle. So as you can see, I have added a subtitle. You can also do some other modifications, such as you can upload a cover photo. So the cover photo is going to be the background of this page, and you can even upload a looping video, which is a really good feature. And there are some modification you can do at the bottom. So you can make it twofold, you can also make it simple. And now let's scroll down. So as you can see, this is the author, and then there is the publishing date, and then I can start creating my stories. So to create a story, I have to click on this text, and then as you can see, a group has been added, and this group is one of the parts of this publication of this story. So let's add a group title and let's type my story in here. So as you can see, I have added the group title and then the body text, and just like that you can add as many groups as you want from this text option. So let's add another, and as you can see, another group has been added. So after you have written your content, you can also add images, which is obviously the most interesting part of exposure. So there are a lot of different images that you can add. You can add a single photo, you can also add a photo that is going to appear in its full width. You can even upload a photo set, which means there can be up to 9 photos and they are going to be arranged in a grid. You can also upload audio, video, you can even embed your YouTube video or Vimeo video, and then you can also add some quotes if you want. So let's start by adding a single photo. So I'm going to add this one. So as you can see, the photo has been uploaded and it has also created a separate group. You can add the story behind this photo on here by giving a group title and a story, and you can also make a lot of adjustments on this photo or this section such as group title and story box from this left side. So you can change the alignment. There are 3 options. You can also take it to the top, or you can also make it centered, and there is also another option which is you can change the text alignment. So let's choose this, or the last one, or the first one. So as you can see, this changes the alignment of your text, and as you can see, this text is very different from this one or this one. Now let's try the full width mode. So from here you can upload a photo that is going to appear in its full width. So as you can see, it is in its full width, which means it is going to take the whole page of your story. And the interesting part here is that you can change the effect of this photo from here. So you can use the scroll effect, which is really cool. So once you scroll down, as you can see, the photo is not going to disappear at once. It is going to disappear slowly, which is a really cool feature. And there are some other effects such as this one. So this is also a really cool effect. And then there is a simple effect which is not going to add any fancy effect to your photo. And as I have said earlier, you can add quote. So as you can see, this is the quote template. You just have to type your quote in this section. There are also some options on the top of the editor. So you can preview your story by clicking on preview button. And as you can see, this is the story of mine, and these are the photos. You can also manage the categories. You can delete the draft if you want, and there are some other options. So for publishing, you can link share the image. You can also get the URL of your story. You can set the publishing date. You can change the font size, the display settings. You can also export your story to PDF. There's some privacy setting, the feedback button level, and search engine options. Once your story is fully ready, you can simply click on publish story. And as you can see, I still have not added a cover photo, which is why it is not getting published. After adding all the necessary materials, you will be all set to publish your first story. And if you do not want to publish it, for example, it is still not finished, you can simply save it as draft. Now let's preview it. And as you can see, this is the preview of my story. And to be honest, it is looking very cool. There are also some other features on the exposure dashboard, such as you can see the stats of your stories. So you can see the total views, story views, site views, referrers. You can also see the people who are subscribing to your story, and you can change the subscriber settings. You can embed the subscribe form. You can also get the subscribe link. If anyone subscribes to your story, he is going to get notifications every time you post a new story. There are also some other settings, and I really like how they also allow you to monetize your story. So you can use the web monetization, and if you don't want that, you can even add paid memberships to your stories, which means people are going to get this pop-up box whenever they are trying to access your story. So unless they are a member of your story, they are not going to get access to your stories. And there are also some integrations options such as custom domain, Google Tag Manager, discuss comments, Facebook Pixel, and some others. So overall, I think Exposure is an excellent tool that lets you share the stories behind the photos that you capture. And suppose you are a traveler, Exposure is going to be super useful to you, because as we travel, we are going to take so many photos, and there have to be some stories behind these photos, right? So you can share them in a very detailed manner by using the Exposure's platform. So if you want to buy this Exposure Appsumo deal, make sure you check the link in the description box. And these are some of the features and the license tiers that are available currently on Appsumo. And that's it for our today's video. I hope you have liked the video. If you do, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until our next video, stay tuned, stay safe, goodbye.